And then there also has to be talk about Haaland. My thoughts on the game is Erling Haaland without De Bruyne is basically the Norwegian Patrick Bamford.
Good company.
The good company KE. Make your way to the stage.
Hey.
For the guys behind the scenes, Akina Kevin, our production team, the DJs who we've hosted on the lockdown sessions, and I'll say all the acts that usually are in front of the screens, Akina Ashley, the Mics Are Open podcast, the sports show we now have. I just want to big up this. This is for you, Maze. So thank you again, pals, for recognizing us. And let's see what tomorrow holds for sure. So one more time, thank you so much.
What do you mean our sports show? The sports show is called The Wildcard. Every Wednesday on the Good Company channel. My name's G Money.
I'm Brian Waudo.
Venant.
First of all, thank you everyone who voted for us. We won the Pulse Live Media Award this weekend. And it's a good look for the channel, all the faces and all of the good stuff that we're creating. However, watch this. Yo, what's up? This is your boy G Money. Another week of football, another weekend of course, my predictions. Arsenal playing Man City at the Emirates. Guys, Arsenal will win this game. We'll win this game. My personal prediction is 2-0. It's going to be a great game now. Man United versus Brentford at Old Trafford. Man United will win this game. There's no way that they should be beaten by Brentford this weekend. Brighton versus Liverpool at Brighton. This is going to be a cracker. Brighton always seem to get the better of Liverpool, but Liverpool will be looking for some vengeance. Plus, they're a bit pissed about what happened this weekend with Spurs. I see this as a 2-2. And West Ham versus Newcastle at West Ham. West Ham 2, Newcastle 1. You know you got to believe me. What more can I say? 2 weeks of prediction, 2 weeks of amazing predictions. When I give you my predictions, please, I'm trying to get you rich, man. Come on.
You know, I should have listened to your predictions because I actually predicted a City 1-0 win. But you are right. You are right, Brian. And
Yep.
I'm considering going on to SportPesa and putting these bets now.
Are you part of the special forces, G?
I must say I did consult the ancestors to get those predictions right. But it was a crazy weekend, lots of excitement as well. And one of the things that happened that I was very, very excited to observe was the fact that SportPesa's latest millionaire was picked up in a limousine
yes.
and taken to watch the Gor Maya game. Now, they rewarded him 11 million shillings for getting like 16 out of 17 right. And the good thing about it also is this guy is so humble.
Yes.
Like, what his name is El Aiden, That's his name. Is El Aiden, right?
Yes.
The guy's so calm. The day that I win the jackpot,
What?
I'm not saying I'm going to tell everyone, but there will be signs. There will be signs. So he pulled up at the derby,
Yes.
courtesy of SportPesa.
Yes.
Big things going on, man. One day there is a day, and the day I win, like I said, I won't tell everyone. But there will
you'll
be
know.
signs.
But I think we are seeing your first steps because you are getting the predictions right
Yes.
as we speak right now. So slowly, you'll build up a roster of correct wins.
Yes.
And hopefully one day.
And by the way, if I win, there's going to be none of this, employees of the good company can't win. I will denounce you guys with a quickness. But yeah, big up SportPesa, man. That was a really good situation seeing that man pick up his money and enjoying himself. I know on the outside he seems so calm, but I know inside he must just can't do it. Yes. For real, man.
Yeah.
So where do we start this week, man?
I just want to know how you guys are feeling. Because finally the 12th game losing run is over.
Do we start with Man City and Arsenal?
I think we should.
Okay, so
I think we should.
Man City versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the game?
I'll share my 2 pieces on it because as I was watching the first half, I told guys, Doku is going to come on. I even tweeted it.
Yes.
Doku is going to come on.
Yes.
And he's going to tear apart the defenses. Hey, Buddha, I ate my words because
What happened?
Ben White took him back to the streets of Zimbabwe with that nutmeg.
Yes.
Hey. And then there also has to be talk about Haaland. My thoughts on the game is Erling Haaland without De Bruyne is basically the Norwegian Patrick Bamford.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think
You heard me
gets
right.
in the right positions but doesn't completely.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my view on the game. And to me, it was what was interesting about the matchup was that if you followed Twitter, it was so much, this game is so boring, this game is this game is that. But from a tactical point of view, it was like a slugfest. It was really like, it was such a chess game.
Yeah.
And you could see the managers changing things during the course of the game to try and get the advantage. And then like Pep makes a move and then Arteta makes a move. It was such an intelligent game of football. It really, like, it was the kind of game that if you won it, you won it because as Sam Allardyce would say, you out-tacticked the other guy.
They were overthinking each other.
You
They
think
were
so?
overthinking each other in that game.
Yeah. I don't know if they were overthinking, but for me, what I will say, I think there was only one moment when I thought these guys are going to hit us on the break. But apart from that, I didn't feel the usual fear. You know,
Yeah.
let me admit as an Arsenal fan, when you go to play Man City, there is an element of, oh no, not again.
Yeah.
After the first 20 minutes, I didn't feel it at all during the entire game.
What about the Raya incident?
The riot incident?
Yeah.
With Alvarez.
Yeah.
So the thing is, with that, I think that, it could have been a goal.
Yeah.
We've seen those kind of goals scored
Yes.
before. But guess what? It wasn't.
It could have changed the game though.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Everyone's going to be like, Raya kept the ball too long. He should have cleared the edges. I think guys have to understand that nothing in football is perfect. It's like 2 weeks before that, didn't we see Jorginho make a mistake that led to a goal for Spurs?
Yeah.
It's football. It's never going to be perfect. But
Yeah.
what I did like was after he settled and started to distribute the way we know that he can distribute,
Yeah,
hey,
started
he was
playing
proper.
interesting football.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know, these guys were waiting. Like, if there are people who watched that game, it was Man United fans who are looking forward to seeing Arsenal lose.
But here's the thing, and this is maybe something for you if you're a City fan and you watch the Wildcard. Do you know how hard it is to find someone to come onto this podcast who can speak and put their words out who's actually a City fan?
No.
Yes.
As in, City have the least amount of fans I've ever seen. Like, for example, I can only think of Lotan. Big up
Tobico.
Tobico.
Bus.
I can think of two, maybe Tonio Kibbs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 City fans. So everyone who was against Arsenal yesterday, they weren't even City fans. And people think that I'm bantering people when I say the treble that City won was the quietest treble ever.
We even forgotten about it.
Can you imagine if that was United or Arsenal or whoever? I mean, how many years down the line we still talk about United's
If
treble?
it was United, this kit would have been written treble.
Treble 2023.
You know,
Yes,
but
yeah.
like for example, when they won the treble and 2 days later we got back to the cost of living.
By the way, Sancho's disciplinary issues got more traction than their treble win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So for me, I think it was a great game of football. I really enjoyed it. I think it's very psychologically important that we won that game. That game to me was worth more than 3 points. One of the highlights for me was the fact that all of the substitutes were involved in the goal.
Yes.
Partey, Martinelli,
Yes.
Havertz. And Havertz, he did the thing. When he came on, he made a difference.
Yes.
Because he gave a focal point for the attack. And his control and intelligence of he laid on a perfect ball for Martinelli. And you could see Martinelli didn't lash out. He was placing that.
Yeah.
And then it's slapping Nathan
Ake's face.
Ake in the face. It's beautiful. Like, you know, Ake has a face that he just wants to slap. Bam!
And he got one.
Oh, he got a good one. So I think it was a great win for Arsenal. And I'm not gonna discount the fact that that City are still the team to beat. But they do have to ask themselves questions after 2 defeats.
Yeah.
But the last time City lost 2 games back to back, they went on a 19 streak unbeaten run.
That's the
Yeah.
issue. That's the
So
issue.
that's City for you.
Because right now, with you guys winning, no one's afraid. No one's really afraid that Arsenal are going to run away with it. People are more afraid of City coming back after the international break and going on a 15-game unbeaten run.
And we don't have to face them for the next 6 months.
So here are my thoughts. One, Arteta was spot on with the substitutions.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
Martinelli, man.
Yeah.
Martinelli, his impact when he came in.
Immediate. Immediate.
Yeah. Number two, Manchester City fans, we beat you without our favorite player, which is Saka.
But they didn't have their favorite players
they
either.
didn't as well. Rodri and De Bruyne, they didn't have
Rodri, like, it's interesting that they've lost all these games with Rodri being out.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not discount that they didn't have Rodri. But what was interesting though was they put Silva into that
defensive
6 role.
Yeah.
And his pass accuracy was 95%.
Bernardo.
Like, Bernardo is a bowler. As in, he's the most. He doesn't waste. He's not wasteful.
He's versatile.
Yeah,
with how he plays.
But what was interesting to me was in the post-match interview, he actually said, "Well, it wasn't in the position that I wanted to play, but and I'm like, is he a little bit pissed? Is he a little bit pissed that he was given that role?
Because when you look at the lineup, he was given the number 10 role, and then somewhere by the time we were scoring, he was in the defensive. So we played without Saka. The referees' decision making, once again, we have to put it into question, considering the Kovacic
the yellow
card incident. So referees, man, I think once again there are some special influences in football that are influencing this.
No.
Kovacic, that was a red card.
I don't think it was a straight red.
No, the second
yellow.
Second yellow.
Yeah. But then, and this is what I think was quite intelligent. Doesn't that spoil the game?
What?
I think it would.
That would have spoiled the game. Like, I don't mind beating City anyhow. But I feel that the referee was like, if I send this guy off now, it's just it destroys this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was at the risk of our player. When you look at the quality of that injury, it was Stadzone. Come on.
Yeah.
We all know what the law says about Stars.
I get you, and I just think that he was aware of the magnitude of that game, because it's easily the biggest game of the season.
Yeah, and then also, I don't know how you feel about Nketiah G, but yesterday when I watched that game, I felt strategically we played with 10 players in the pitch.
He wasn't in the
He
room.
wasn't there. Odegaard was outperforming him. Martinelli, when he came in, was chasing the ball. Like, you could feel Martinelli's presence. And Nketiah was just, it's as if he gained 2 kilograms in each leg.
Is he right now the third choice centre forward behind Jesus and Havertz for you?
Nana is still up there according to Arteta, but for me it was more of we should have sold him instead of Balogun. Because Balogun at AS Monaco, he has already bagged a couple, even scored last weekend, So with him, I just felt he needs to rest. Him and Saka.
But
he needs to rest. G.
My story with that Balogun situation is that if you go to France, which is a farmers league, but we'll rate it anyway. But if you go to France and you bag 21 goals for Reims the season before, and you score 21 goals in a foreign league, you come back to England and the manager still wants to sell you, there's something more than what we can see, than what we know.
Okay.
Maybe it's an attitude issue. And then, of course, I don't know if you guys remember, even before the transfer window closed, he said, I'm not going out on loan again.
Yes, G. Come
But
on.
hold on. He said he's not going out on loan again. Sawa.
Yes.
So then, if you're not in my immediate plans and you're not going out on loan again, then you're going.
Yeah. But G.
So that statement to me, and this is my thing is, I have no issue with him going to Arteta and saying, by the way, Gaffer, I feel like I deserve a chance in this squad, and if you guys select me to go out on loan again, I'd rather you sell me. I understand that. But I don't understand you making a statement in the press that you're not going to go out on loan again. So maybe I think with no football manager is going to see a striker who's bagging all those goals and sell them. So there has to be a non-footballing reason
As to
I
why.
think as to why. Maybe it's his attitude in the dressing room, because think about it. You could be the best pundit, but if you walk into this room every single week and you don't talk to Brian, you don't talk to me, you don't talk to Nyash, you're like yelling at the camera guys. I prefer you not to be on the show, no matter how good you are. So for me, there has to be a non-footballing reason why he was adamant that he was going to be sold. So I'm not the team that says we should have kept Balogun over Eddie. But Eddie's been missing this last 3-4 games.
Yeah, he needs to rest. Also, G man, how do you forget to talk about Saliba and Gabriel? That pairing,
more so. Saliba more so, man.
that pairing in the back,
I've been
keeping a
telling
clean
guys.
sheet. You know me, I'm a fan of clean sheets, but keeping a clean sheet against Man City with Haaland over there, we never even heard about Haaland the entire game.
Well-
we have to give those two players credit for
Well,
that.
let's be very honest. Haaland was pocketed
Yes.
by Saliba and
still in that pocket.
like you know that old joke. Saliba got home, took out his car keys. Haaland, he was completely pocketed. I also felt that he was left alone up front a lot, and nobody tried to play him like.
No
for me,
service for him.
they were like for me. It would just feel like belt some long balls up. Let guys go up there and fight. Ironically, we won the game by a long ball. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But Saliba is too good for his age. He's not supposed to be that good. His awareness, his calmness, composure, rather, his skill, like
Confidence.
at 22.
Yeah.
No, he's too good.
With your France.
And he brings out like him and Gabby. You know, people always said. I was listening to TalkSport this morning, and Andy Townsend was there saying, "Oh, you know, Gabby's prone to make mistakes." That was the old Gabby.
Yeah.
The new Gabby is so
Spot on.
spot on.
Yeah.
So defensively, we have the spine of a really. Ben White not playing for England is madness to me.
Southgate madness again.
Yeah, Zinchenko will probably not play a full game for the whole season. But Tomiyasu is such a versatile defender.
Yes.
Like he can play right across the back line. And it was beautiful how when they brought on Doku yesterday, it was beautiful how he got no luck from Zinchenko's side, from the right hand side going forward, or whatever, left hand side going forward, and he switched over to Ben White's side.
Yes.
And then Ben White
White
not
was
made
like-
him. Oh my goodness! Like for me, that was the chess game. Like seeing him switch, Pep master stroke. Play on the other side, and then you go on the other side and get in trouble.
Fair enough. But as we wrap up on the Arsenal City fixture, do we have to start questioning Haaland? Do we have to start putting questions like the Premier League has found him out? Does he have the qualities to be like the best player in the world? When you look at it, when was the last time a centre forward won the Ballon d'Or? Was it Michael Owen probably? Because Ronaldo wasn't really out and out centre forward, Modric as well, Benzema as well was always involved in the game. So does he have the qualities to be a consistent best player in the world numerous times?
I think my opinion on Haaland is, I think he is in the ilk of Van Nistelrooy. So Van Nistelrooy was a great goal scorer. No word of a doubt, a great goal scorer.
Finisher.
But when we talk about greatest footballers of all time, you never ever mention Van Nistelrooy. You know, you wouldn't. He was a great goal scorer, but that's it. I think that for me, Haaland will struggle a bit in the next couple of seasons, because at the end of the day, the way our football is still, and you know, for him, a struggle is scoring 20 goals.
Yes.
You know what I mean? 20 goals and you've struggled, right?
Seasons or games, G?
No, I'm talking about
Couple of
goals.
seasons.
Premier League.
Or
Yes.
games.
No, the reason I'm saying seasons, because I think people will adapt on how to play against him. Like you see, for example, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
Some of these littler teams, like the guys who like to kick, like
Brentford.
Yes.
Like
I
how they
didn't,
like.
I didn't mention Brentford, but yeah, Brentford.
Yeah.
But Brentford, fam, they're gonna put some tall big guy on him.
Yeah.
A Palace maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fam, not even that. Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Oh,
those
the way
Fabian
that
Shad and Ban.
Them big
Ban,
guys.
Botman. Yeah.
Because I know how you can. It's possible for you to be marked out of the game, but he was anonymous. Was it four? Not
Unseen.
even like the whole team had 4 attempts on goal. Man
Wow.
City.
I think I mentioned this thing in the last episode where I was talking about how the way he was at BVB, where the first season him and Sancho, they were racking up double digits on the goals and the assists, and there was that big chemistry between them. But now when the following season, BVB was struggling even to make top 4. And the same thing is happening here at Premier League, where we now know you, we know how you play, we have adapted to now how you play. We're going to prevent that supply. of the ball to you. You're going to choke you in the pitch now. And now we're now seeing the results of it. By the way, we have to salute Newcastle because that was the first team to show us how to handle Man City. So do you think you are going to go back on that statement of Newcastle being
just
vibes? Because they've been on form, they've been winning these games, and that comeback versus West Ham, even though I predicted a West Ham win, it shows the brilliance of Newcastle. Come on. Apologize.
I'm not apologizing.
Just say it, right?
I'm not apologizing.
Newcastle showed us
I'm
how
not
they
apologizing.
did it.
Let me double down on it. Let me double down. Let me do a Gary Neville, right? What I'm saying is that their success last season was vibes. I think they are a good team. They're a decent team. Still, however, I think
They don't
Top 4,
outplay
They
sides.
beat Man City.
top 4 is the best they can aim for this season. And that's not even 1 or 2, that's 3 or 4.
Okay, so this season they're still vibes.
Vibes. Just vibes. Vibes like how when AFC Leopard turned up to the Mashemeji Derby.
Bana.
It was just vibes.
I told you guys.
Like
told you.
speaking about the derby, like obviously the 94th Mashemeji Derby went down on Saturday. You were there?
Yes.
I saw you on your IG
With the whistle.
My gosh, listen, if there was ever a poster child for Gor Maya,
It's Venant.
We
Venant
need to
is the
send
guy.
that video so that you see.
What was it like for you?
Trust me, guys, Kenyans, we need to attend the games. It's not as insecure as it once was. Tulijaza study, as in we fill the stadium.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Kumbe FC have their own version of Onana.
Another choir master.
Yeah, who was up in the pitch as early as mid first half.
Wow.
And guys were like, go ahead and even score now. Actually, in fact, go even take the free kick now that you want to be part of the game. And yeah, sure as time will tell, he was caught with the first Omala goal, which was brilliant. But the Omala is the
Leading goal scorer.
Yeah.
Haaland.
Yeah. So it was very entertaining. Guys, I'm telling you, go and attend these
Because
matches.
I expected the stadium to be like super full. So
Yeah.
I think we need to campaign and get more people. in the
Yeah, we
stadium.
need to campaign and get more
obviously
people
with
over there.
Sport being back in football,
Yeah.
there's more energy behind the football. Because for example, where are Gore in the league right now?
We are number 2, second to Posta Rangers. Yeah, and
Number
We
3
level on
is.
points with Moranga Seal.
Well, yeah.
12 points, Gore and Moranga Seal.
yeah.
And if you look at that, both of those teams, Moranga Seal and Gormaya, are supported and sponsored by Sport
Yeah.
Pesa.
Yeah.
So Sport Pesa putting the money back into football is definitely lifting. So yeah, guys, let's get back out there. Let's fill these stadiums the way they used to be filled back in the day.
We even saw that limousine pull up.
You saw it with the winner.
Trust me,
You
I
saw it.
was envious. I was
Well,
envious.
you could have been in there, man. You know, we know people.
Guys thought it was Baba. Guys, the way it was, like he was surrounded.
Who the winner?
Yeah, like when I saw the limousine, I was like, oh yeah, but there we talked about the limousine. But
Mr.
now when I saw the pictures and stuff, guys are taking pictures of somebody they don't know, but because of that celebrity treatment, I was like, Manze, I need to win
So
something.
reaching out to our Sport Pesa guys, the next time you guys have the limousine and you're pulling up a football game, make sure that Venant is in the limousine, especially if Gor Maya are playing for real.
We're playing next versus Tusker.
Oh, that's a
really?
game. That's a big
Nyash,
game.
you know Nyash supports
he's a Tusker fan.
Yeah, big up. Over the weekend, I caught up. Well, I was supposed to catch up when we spoke. Eugene Asike, he's back from Sweden and is now back playing at Tusker as well. So,
Yes.
So big up. So yeah, that is the derby this weekend. Powered, of course, Gor Maya, powered by Sport Pesa. But let's talk about
The big team.
the big team,
They finally won.
Manchester United.
Actually, they got lucky, to be honest. Let's be honest, they just got lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And if you were to ever describe or were told to define the term smash and grab, it was
Yes.
United versus Brentford. I mean, this season has just been torrid. You know, I'm not saying I go there, but if you were to go on Pornhub and search like a category below amateur, it'd probably be Man United. I swear to God. You know, we've been that terrible this season.
First of all, I'm surprised at your knowledge of categories on Pornhub. But anyway, what I think is this, right?
Yeah.
I think that Manchester United, if you're a Man United fan, let's be objective. I know I bant you guys a lot on Twitter, but was it a deserved win? It was deserved in the sense it was a spirited comeback. But the only person on that field who believed that United could win was Scott McTominay.
McTerminator.
And the question I asked is, this is a guy we've seen do that for Scotland all the time.
Time again.
So the question I'm going to ask is this. Why wasn't he in the starting lineup, for one? And for two, how can you hold up your head as a United player knowing that this guy came off the bench and saved you? When he came on, do you know what I saw? I saw a player who wanted to defend the badge. I saw a player who was like, this is United. We don't give up. It's non-stop. I'm going to try and do this. And he did it. Think about having had that in your team from the start of the game, for one, for the first thing. And secondly, we talk about getting tough with players. Casemiro, below average.
Knocked off, yeah.
Bench.
Subbed off, yeah.
Rashford. No, the more I watch Rashford, the more I realize.
He's a fraud.
No, by the way, people get upset. You know, by the way, so I'm sorry I called Ten Hag a fraud last week. Guys got upset. So I'm not going to use the word fraud because I'm not a footballer. But every week when I watch Rashford, I think to myself, are you telling me that this is the best player for this position in this squad at this moment? Every week he displays to me that he just doesn't think. Somebody said to me, who was watching the game with? Somebody said to me, his feet move before his brain does. So he has no control over his actions. Like he'll get the ball in a promising situation, and then it's like, his feet, he's thinking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And his feet are like, too late. You know, his feet think before his brain.
Okay, fair. What I'll say is enjoy the win. I'm not saying don't enjoy the win. At least we've gotten the 3 points before the international break, so enjoy the win. But with the McTominay issue, that passion will never win you all your games.
It
That
won't.
passion, that grit of defending and beating your chest will never win you all the games.
But
Yeah.
it's a good place to start.
Yeah, it is a good place to start because it shows he cares. He cares. He's the one who can pass that ball. He's the one who can do that thing. On the Rashford issue, you're absolutely right. Because if it wasn't for him being subbed off and Garnacho coming on, because Garnacho actually started the move before McTominay scores the equalizer. So Garnacho had the impact in that equalizing goal.
had a plan.
Rashford has to eat bench. When we come back from the international break, literally Ten Hag now has 2 weeks to see what he can tinker with in this squad and know who starts and who is eating
You know,
bench.
I know this is separate, and of course,
Yeah.
you know, as the Wildcard podcast, which is viewed all over the world, by the way. Shouting out to all of our viewers in the UK,
Yes,
by the
sir.
way. You know, on the weekend where Sir Alex Ferguson was being condoled for the loss of his
Lady Cathy.
Cathy, you know, and of course we give our condolences as well.
Yes, okay.
That was a weekend. I think about a traditional Man United squad. That's a weekend that team does not lose.
They
Yes.
die on the
You
pitch.
do not lose
Yes.
that weekend. You don't. And they didn't lose that weekend thanks to McTominay. But I think that was just papering over the cracks. You know?
It is paper over the cracks. It
But
is
then-
paper over the cracks.
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
As a United fan,
Yeah.
what were your initial thoughts when McTominay was subbed on?
Bro, I was livid. I was like, Ten Hag, come on. Okay, he did say that he subbed Casemiro off for Eriksen to play more football. Like he wanted control of the ball on the midfield of the park. But then McTominay has never been a great passer. I mean, he has scored good goals for United, but he's never been a great passer. So I was livid.
But there was
I
a time.
livid.
There was
yeah.
a time when McTominay and Fred were pretty decent in the center of the park for you
Yes.
guys, more stable than what you have now.
Yes,
Why
yes,
lie?
yes. There was that stability. There was that stability. But Ten Hag is a man who wants that attractive football, sexy football, if you say. But then it's not being delivered right now. So all he had to do was lean on McTominay for this game, and it worked.
Lean
but
on me.
that does not mean that McTominay will start after the international break. It doesn't.
Wow.
We will be back to seeing Mount, Casemiro, and Bruno. We all know it. We all know it.
I don't think I don't know. Mount to me just
Doesn't fit the team.
yeah.
And then there's this thing of putting Bruno on the right wing. It also hasn't worked.
So you can say Manchester United are also vibes.
They're not even vibes though. Man United right now are that you know that person who you invite to a party and they just stay in the kitchen by the fridge. They don't socialize and they only talk to you if you talk to them.
Yes.
Oh man, Manchester United. And let's quickly touch on Liverpool Brighton. Liverpool Brighton.
So close with my prediction.
That
I gave
one,
3-2 Brighton, but then
I enjoyed that game though.
that
was
one,
interesting.
I've always said this, and actually think I said it on the prediction. It's gonna end 2-2, and that was a game that has a history with ending as a draw. Yeah, honestly.
apart from last season though, because last season Liverpool weren't on form. Brighton walikuwa na wapiga sana last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed the game. I really enjoy those games where you just don't quite know who's gonna win. Like you
It was an open game.
It was no very open game.
Uh-huh.
And if you guys think that my predictions are based on juju,
Special
right?
forces.
Special forces, fam. Do you know what's based on special forces?
Yeah.
The recruitment team at Brighton. My goodness.
You lose McAllister and Caicedo and look at how they're still performing.
How, like, they had a new kid who played this weekend. Can't remember his name. And I was like, where did you find this guy,
This guy.
from? Like, bossing that midfield. I'm like, where does this guy come from? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Listen, I think that Brighton needs to be investigated.
They have some juju in their recruitment.
There's
side.
something happening because those guys are finding players out of nowhere.
And you realize, no, it's like we forgot Estupinan is at Brighton, considering
Yeah.
how they were playing.
Yeah.
Estupinan is out injured at the
But
moment.
is he out for the season though?
No.
'Cause it was a
it's-
major
it's-
injury.
It was probably till the end of October or November there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. Amazing find by
recruitment team
Brighton.
at Brighton. Yeah.
Brian, do you also need to apologize to Postecoglou?
I did last week, man. Spurs and Arsenal are the only unbeaten teams in the
Yes.
league as of now. Both currently on 20 points.
Yes.
Even goal difference is the
Everything
same.
is just the same.
Yeah, man, and you never know. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen because City could be still the team to beat. Liverpool could bounce back as well. But then I wouldn't put it past anyone to say Tottenham could also be in the title race. I wouldn't put it past that.
Okay, I'll say this, right? There's a very good feeling at Spurs right now. Let's see how it feels when they've lost a few games.
How they react.
Let's see how they
from
react
that.
when they lose a few games. As in, they've played Liverpool.
They've beaten Liverpool and United.
Very.
Yeah.
I think that was a very lucky win, by the way. They played Spurs, Arsenal. Sorry, lucky draw. They beat United.
Yeah.
because everyone beats United. But
Jesus. They struggled against Luton though.
they struggled against Luton.
Yeah, that 1-0 win.
They struggled against Sheffield United as well. Let's see when they go against Man City. Let's see when they go against Newcastle.
Let me give you their fixtures. So from game week 11, November 6th, Chelsea home, Wolves away, Aston Villa home, Man City away, West Ham home, Newcastle home.
Man, Wolves is the only easy
That's
fixture
fast.
there.
Those
Wolves
are hard
is the-
games.
Yeah, Wolves
Those are
is
hard
the only
games.
Those are hard
easy
games.
fixture.
Yeah. For real. So I don't know. I think I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm biased. I don't want to see Spurs do well. That's the truth. So I'll find any reason to hate. Pretty much. That's just being an Arsenal fan. But objectively, looking at their ball, and I think Kane leaving has shown us a whole new side of Son and his game. And Son, I got so much time for him. He fits into any team. Any Premier League, any Premier League team right now.
Yeah.
He walks in, you know what I mean? All right, so that's a roundup of the major games this weekend. Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea won 4-1.
Chelsea won 4-1.
Okay, for me, if they beat Burnley more so need that Tony Pulis or Sam Allardyce right now. Company can't cut it in the big leagues. Yeah. So it's more of a case of Burnley being shit rather than Chelsea being so good.
I think I'm inclined to, Burnley played attractive football to get out of the championship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now they need to play survival football, like Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were good enough to beat the guys in the championship. Up here, by the
Things
way,
are
we
different.
just need to survive.
Yeah.
So that free-flowing football, open play may need to be remedied. But good on Chelsea. They're supposed to beat.
Jackson
They're
scoring,
supposed to beat Burnley.
Burnley.
Sterling had a good game apparently.
When you look at their fixtures, it's Arsenal, Brentford, Tottenham, the next three.
Oh, London.
Considering they scored, somebody said, considering they scored 4 goals last week, they've scored
all their goals.
Guys are crazy. Anyway, this is the wild card, and it wouldn't be the wild card without the part of the show that I totally do not enjoy. It's the part that we call trivia.
So this week's episode, we are looking at Champions League and how much we know about the Champions League history, considering both of us are somehow prospering or surviving.
That's right.
And we all both lost this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to start with an easy question. Wow. Okay, so when it comes to the Champions League, who is the Champions League top goal scorer of all time?
That's easy.
That's easy. Even I know that. I think I'm probably gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get it wrong actually.
Alisson.
I hate you.
Trust me, it's Van Nistelrooy.
The Cordova Reed.
Who goes first?
Go on.
Okay, fair enough. The goat of football, Bana.
Okay. I think it's Ronaldo.
Which Ronaldo?
Which Ronaldo?
Guys.
You have to be spot on.
Which Ronaldo?
Which Ronaldo? Come on, which Ronaldo?
Cristiano.
Oh, okay. Both of you guys are right.
You threw me there.
Aya, who is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
Oh, man.
3 different clubs.
Yes. G, you've seen this guy play. That's the hint.
You know what? Let me bank on an African.
Who is the only player to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs?
And I've seen him play.
Yes.
I'll bank on him.
Wow. And I've seen him play 3 different clubs.
Yes.
So you give us a clue. Name one of the clubs.
Who?
No.
You've seen him play.
Jesus.
What do you mean I've seen him play?
You've already given him a clue. Give me my clue now. Because he's seen him play.
Okay. Real Madrid.
No. Come on.
I've seen him play.
Then I've
Yes.
failed this question already, man.
Real Madrid.
Do you know the answer?
3 different clubs.
What is it?
Champions League.
The first
Yes.
letter of his name. Did he play in England?
Oh! No,
He didn't
it can't
play in
be him.
England.
It can't
No.
be him.
So he played in Italy, Spain.
Okay. Ajax, Real Madrid, AC Milan.
Oh
Do
my
you know
God.
it?
How the hell do I not know this?
And G, you saw him play.
In real life.
Yes.
Ajax, Real Madrid and who?
And AC Milan.
Yeah.
Wow. I know that everyone
Wow.
out there is Listen,
Wow,
stop calling us stupid.
I swear to
know.
God.
Austin,
I saw him play.
Yes, Austin is also
He's
participating.
an old school guy.
Yeah,
Cruyff.
old school guy.
Can't be him.
Look at you.
It can't be him.
I don't know.
Can't be him.
Alisson.
Wait, you know what?
You know what?
Me, I'm throwing it. I've had enough.
I don't want guys to laugh. Ready? Here's my answer. Don't even show Venant. You got it?
Oh.
There's my answer.
Me, I've guessed. If I get it wrong, I've gotten it wrong. I say Kaka, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not. Who's the answer, man?
Kaka was at Ajax, Bran.
That's the issue. I know the Ajax one threw me
Just
off.
tell us.
Austin?
Just tell us.
Clarence Seedorf.
No! Guy.
And I was talking about him last week, you know. Did you see him playing in the Masters game?
Yeah.
The Veterans game?
Yeah.
Kamavinga's father. Guy. Anyway, sour.
Don't stop laughing. Stop laughing.
Subscribe.
Wow.
Sour, God, let's go.
Who was Sir Alex Ferguson's final game in the Champions League against?
Oh my days.
Brian, you lose
God
this one,
damn
G
days.
wins. Brian, you lose this one, G wins.
Why does he win? See, we're both level on.
No, because you're a Man United fan.
I'll take those odds.
Who was Sir Alex Ferguson's final game in the Champions League against?
You know, by the way, these things need to have internet.
Yeah.
So we can Google. I'm just going to guess.
2013. Did he? You know what?
I'm gonna
Let
guess.
me put our old boy there.
I'm going to say...
Let's see what happened. Because I know they did knock us out at some point after we won in 2008.
I have no care in the world. I'm making this up.
Okay.
Okay.
We go?
Simu Horoni.
Bro, if I fail this, man, shame me.
Barcelona.
Shame me if I fail this, man. Shame me.
Okay. So the answer is Real Madrid.
Yeah! Man knows, because they knocked us out that season.
I hate this game.
Okay, so two more and
They
then we
did
call it
knock us
quits.
out that season, yeah.
Who are the only French club to have ever won the Champions League?
Only one club.
Yes.
That's easy. That's easy, man.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy.
Okay.
Who are the only French club to have ever won the Champions League?
And their captain lifted it, brother. I rate the captain, brother. He's copied. I'm sure he's copied.
May I say?
He's copied. He's copied me. I'm really copied.
I'm saying Marseille.
Wait. VR.
VR. We did VR checks. We did Howard Webb here.
If the cameraman can find any evidence of me copying, then deduct the points.
Oh my days.
So, G, you have the chance of now evening the score right now because Brian is leading.
Okay.
Now this one, you saw it live. Okay. Who are the only two teams to win a Champions League final on home soil?
Mayo.
Who are the only two teams to win a Champions League final on home soil?
So the country club, the club.
Yes.
Like the country.
Home
oh
soil.
My days. Jesus.
So like Arsenal in Wembley.
England or
I love the way
something
that I love the way that he says, "Gee, you watched this live." I didn't watch it live, but I got a very good guess.
Two clubs.
Yes.
So we're giving you two answers.
Yes.
Right.
Jesus,
I've got mine. Don't look at.
I'll give you a hint.
Yes.
They were in the 90s.
Hey man, that's tough, man.
They were in the 90s.
You know what? I'll double down.
And why I pose this question, Brian, it's because you know the Champions League winners all the way from 90s.
Yeah, I always know the winners, but I didn't know
Yeah.
if they won at home soil. Goddamn.
Okay, I'm gonna do a very
double
random guess here.
And it's not Man City.
Obviously.
Has City even won the Champions League? I don't remember.
Have Dortmund won the Champions League?
Okay, I got a very random one. Shall I go
Waiting for
first?
Brian.
So,
No coping.
Okay,
I'll copy.
let's go.
Aji.
Nottingham Forest was in the 60s, bro. I think I'm close. I really think I'm close. I've doubled down on Marseille. I think they won it in France, man. I'm not sure. Marseille and Dortmund.
come
Okay.
on.
Please tell me I'm close.
So the answer, Juventus,
No!
1996.
I hate this game.
And
And
Borussia Dortmund,
Yes, at least I got one correct, man.
1997.
I got one correct.
listen, this is the wild card brought to you in association with Sport Pesa. I don't know when this trivia thing became a part of it, but I hate the trivia.
No, GA gave you questions.
Don't forget another week for you to get into the growing club of Sport Pesa millionaires. Over 323 million shillings up for grabs if you hit the jackpot, man. So make sure you go in there at ke.sportpesa.com, or you can just SMS the word accept to 79079. And let me tell you, there's no excuse. We give you our predictions, and you are just 17 games away from scooping that jackpot. So please make sure you bet responsibly, of course, and it's all about Sport Pesa. Next week, I'm doing the trivia. My name is G Money.
I'm Brian Waudo.
Venant.